Now, investigations in the massive Epstein files released in January of 2026 have confirmed that children and underage minors were frequently present on Little St. James. Survivors testified that Epstein operated a systemic network of sexual exploitation on the island, with some victims as young as 14. Now, beyond the well-documented exploitation of minors, the 2026 document released introduced new unverified allegations regarding children actually living on or being born into the environment. There are trafficking allegations, secret child rumors. There was a diary entry from a former victim alleged that she gave birth to a baby on the island back in 2002, which was then taken from her. Wow. Furthermore, a 2011 email from Sarah Ferguson, Duchess of York over there, was hanging out with Princess Diana. She congratulated Epstein on a baby boy, though it's unclear if this refers to his own biological child or a different personal matter, man. You know how these folk get in, man. A lot of physical evidence they say they found over there. Real freaky. You think they had kids over there? You think they didn't? Vote yes or no in the comments. Voice your opinion. Roll tape.
I'm going to say something about the Epstein files that a lot of y'all are not going to like. The only reason that the Epstein files has the power to topple the world is because a lot of y'all genuinely believed that the elite would never treat white people the way that white people collectively treated black people during slavery. Slavery wasn't black people being forced to work a job they didn't care about. It was people being forced to work until their muscles would fall off of their bones. Black people would be tortured for just funsies. They'd be medically experimented on with no kind of anesthesia. You know how throughout the South, even today, it seems like every other pastor and peapod is touching on kids? Well, that is a cultural stay from when white people used to own black children. Do y'all honestly think that a master is going to wait until a slave turned 18 in order to assault them? It's better to break them in when they're young.
But Epstein was a wild boy, man. We're going to get into him and Diddy later on in the show. Would you rather go to an Epstein party or would you rather go to a Diddy party? Hold on. We're going to get there. We're going to get to that on the other side, fam. Which party would you go to? Analysis of the 2026 document releases and expert commentary indicates that Epstein's predatory behavior was fueled by a desire to exercise power over the very demographic, specifically middle to upper class white minors, that society typically views as the most protected. It don't mean nothing if they do it to a black kid. It means dominance and power if they can do it to someone white. Think about it. If black people wasn't here, what would white people do? They would resort back to the same shit